The NRL Discord is a place full of very interesting specimens. This is proven by the countless amount of incidents that have occurred in the server. So let's just get straight into it. Pick6 Prod was a character who joined in the NRL Discord in 2024, but it wasn't until 2025 until it was revealed to us that Pick6 Prod was a creepy individual. He sent malicious messages to people who I am unsure if they are minors or not, which asked them to send certain pictures to him. There is a video made by a YouTuber by the name of Cheetah Dubs who called out Pick6 Prod. This video allegedly is created by Pick6 Prod, but I'm unsure of if it's true or not. On July 22nd, 2025, Spicy replied to a message of Garbo's that said, "Garbo, I know you're fruity, don't lie." This ended up with a feud starting between them, and later on in the fight, Garbo states, "Pull up Todd Park, 4 PM Friday." This message instantly changed the course of the NRL Discord, and as of January 2nd, 2026, there are 524 messages with Todd Park in the name. It was believed that Garbo was genuinely angry at Spicy. Yexho was another interesting character. He joined the server as a pretty normal member. He interacted with others, but he ended up messaging users in this server. Some of the messages can be seen here. These messages were sent to a minor in this server, and he was, in quotes, 26 to 27. Here are another few messages that were sent, but not to a minor. Some of the quotes you see here are commonly used in the Discord. There was another quote of him saying, "Facebook was hacked and someone else was messaging the kids," once he was caught. Yexho was reportedly 6'6", and he comes to Australia every few months to come and play rugby. The 2025 final series is in this Iceberg for 3 short reasons. The first one being the Broncos vs Raiders Week 1 finals game. It had to be one of the best games we've seen in a long time, and when the Broncos won, Madge had a moment on camera where you could see him yelling after the Ben Hunt field goal. This turned into a GIF that was used, but it's not really used anymore. In the Panthers vs Broncos preliminary final game, there was a moment in time where Panthers were winning. A Panthers fan then stated, "This is such an easy game, Lamau," with a skull emoji. The Panthers ended up losing that game, and every time she chatted after that, that image was sent. In the 2025 Grand Final, a very similar situation happened, where Mr. Garbo himself stated, "Brisbane who? This game's so easy, Lamau." Storm ended up losing the Grand Final under unfortunate circumstances. It still gets brought up to this day. Halting Michael is one of the most infamous incidents in the server, and the reason why it is so low is because it happened a bit ago. There are a lot of screenshots, so some may be placed during this section. I can't recall the entire story of him, but he was in the server for a very long time, and he was in the server the longest we've seen in the video, and he was liked by a lot of people, including me. But there was a point in time where he ended up being rage baited every time he chatted. The main thing all started when Halting Michael started having a crush on a server member at the time by the name of Amor. There was a famous screenshot of a snipebot getting one of his deleted messages which said, "Amor X me." Another popular quote being, "How would you guys feel if Amor ignored you forever? What would yous do?" There was then a time where he told a user by the name of Footsniffer to stay single, in which that user replied with, "You fell in love with a black screen Discord profile picture, bro. Please don't even start." There was another message where Amor asked what she should wear to a Halloween party, in which Halting Michael replied, "Whatever I say to wear." Halting Michael will make a return later in the video. The Leaguey is one of the best NRL content creators in the scene, and he has had some appearances on the Discord server. One of the two of his most popular appearances is a picture of him visibly shaking after Roosters were eliminated by the Sharks of all teams. The other popular appearance is him stating, "All my homies hate Ethan." He continues to make regular appearances on the Discord, sometimes, if not all the time, being glazed by Garbo. Many may not know this, but the most immature user in the server, Shiba, used to actually be a mod. A picture has been leaked of Shiba banning Fixit. It is shown on the screen here and it was removed immediately after. The NRL Discord Minecraft server was definitely difficult to place in the Iceberg, but considering there really weren't many players on it, I put it here. It was just a small SMP that lasted for around a week or two before dying down, and then nobody played it. There really wasn't much to it, and here is a picture of a VC being occupied for over 12 hours. I would like to let everyone know that I did not play for 12 hours, I just joined later on. Stop the Cap was a very small and unknown incident that occurred when Amor stated, "Bulldogs have the best fans," and Garbo, rightfully, replied with, "Ban Stop the Cap." Since Garbo was a moderator at the time, it ended up actually banning someone who matched with that username the most. Ethan vs Halting Michael had to be one of the funniest things that has ever happened on the server in my opinion. Ethan and Halting Michael had a time where they were throwing offense and defense back at each other on and on until Ethan banned Halting Michael. In fact, Ethan banned him 3 times. One of the reason, threatening to bomb my house in my DMs. After the second time, he sent a photoshopped image of something that Halting Michael said in his DMs, which I cannot show on here, and if you know, you know. This is lower than the original Halting Michael situation, as that one is more known than this incident. Also, just a note that I couldn't actually find any screenshots of anything Halting Michael said during the fight, since banning users deletes their messages. We're now starting to get to the layers where you had to have been in the server and active, otherwise you would not have recalled anything. Luke Metcalf was a Warriors fan on the server who unfortunately I couldn't actually get any messages of. He was timed out for being creepy to other females on the server and eventually left. The only messages that there are of him are on the screen here. He sent this to one of the 45-year-old females on the server. A user by the name of Razor decided to stream the Instagram of one of the users on our server. It's unknown on why he did this, and I'm not sure how he even got the Instagram. He left the server not too long ago. This story was around the 2023 era. A guy named VRiz was a moderator on the server, and he was actually a major part of the server, considering he almost got the server deleted. He doxed Schizo, who is the current owner of the Discord, and actually stole members from the NRL Discord. It was a very long time ago, but unfortunately I couldn't really gather too much information. And for the last section on this iceberg, this has been hidden for a long time, but I was finally given permission to release this information. But all moderators actually do get paid. We are paid based on how much we message, which is why Garbo skipped school to moderate the Discord. We all also went to the 2025 Grand Final together, which was a great time. Well, that wraps up the iceberg. I hope everyone enjoyed. I don't care if you leave a like or subscribe, because I don't use this channel anyway. Join the NRL Discord, and up the Panthers!